Welcome to the Integrate Project podcasts, fostering cooperation for industrial transition towards integrated multi-trophic aquaculture in the European Atlantic area. In these 5 short podcast interviews, you will hear different invited experts, as well as integrated project partners, discuss various aspects of integrated multi-trophic aquaculture in Europe and abroad. This project is co-financed by the Interreg Atlantic Area Program through the European Regional Development Fund. The content of these podcasts only reflects the speaker's views. The program authorities are not liable for any use that may be made of the information contained therein. For more information, please visit our website at www.integrate-imta.eu and follow us on Twitter at integrate_IMTA. Thanks for listening and enjoy.
Hello everyone, we are in Pleubian, France at our project meeting, and the first time we've met as a partnership in the IMTA definition event in Porto 5 months ago for the definition of integrated multi-trophic aquaculture. I'm José Cabello, project technician at CTAQUA, and I'm pleased to be here with Lars Brunner, support scientist at SAMS. Lars is also the leader of Work Package 3 for capitalization and taking the lessons learned to a wider audience. Hello Lars, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So Lars, how could policy in the European Atlantic area support the industrial scale development of IMTA?
The way I would look at it is it's almost like a chicken and egg situation. It's sort of what does policy want and what do we want from policy? And you could argue one of those is potentially bad. If policy wants you to do things, it can be restrictive. If we want to get a framework that gives us good development options, that's something we want from policy. And of course it's only one part of a much larger picture in which IMTA operates. You've got to look at financial, which in the real world is possibly one of the most important aspects, technical difficulties, the demand for IMTA, and also the environmental aspects as well, actually tightening what IMTA does and what it claims to do. So they all need to be there as well. And with the best policy in the world, without all the above, it won't work. Speaking specifically from a Scottish perspective, you could say there's a reasonably happy compromise at the moment with policy. Policy is supportive but not restrictive, so it's a good situation to be in. That's not necessarily the situation maybe in every country. I think it's supportive in every country, but there is a danger that there's possibly restrictions starting to come in as well. And I think it would be a shame if you got to a point where the industry was starting to struggle to develop because certain regulations are imposed on it from above, and they potentially would stop the further development. And they could come from many different levels. They could come from the social level, national, EU level as well. And I think you have to get to the point where you want it to encourage development, but what in that regulatory structure is going to encourage the development? Is it going to be within each country? For instance, in Scotland, there's different environmental regulation coming in. Will that alter the framework for IMTA? It's impossible to say.
And taking all those aspects into account, what are the next steps for the Integrate project in this regard?
The next step for the Integrate project is obviously in Work Package 3 we've been trying to use capitalisation to use the information that's been produced by all the partners in the programme as educational material, and also information that can be used to inform decision makers, policy makers, academics, and also people acting as entrepreneurs within the industry. As the final part of Work Package 3, Work Package 3.5, we'll be producing a series of policy documents, one for each country, for each member country within the programme. These can be used by the partners to go to their national bodies, be they environmental, governmental, also developmental agencies as well, to present them and give a concise and distinct piece of information about where IMTA sits in their country and what can be done in the future to encourage its development and to encourage these partners, our regulatory partners, to adapt and be responsive to developments within the industry.
Thanks very much for your time, Lars, and thanks everyone for listening.